What is up, you guys? In today's video we are going to discuss a case that many people face, and that is that they are not losing weight on a very low calorie diets. The thing is, I often hear this from both men and women that when they go on a diet they simply can't lose weight and they are predisposed to being obese because most of their family members are obese, because it's simply in their genetics not to be slim and to carry a lot of adipose tissue, to carry a lot of fat mass. And the thing is, this is simply not true. I always see the same thing reoccurring time and time again with both men and women. They tell me that they can't lose weight on very low calorie diets. I call bullshit. The reason they are not losing weight, and I have seen this time and time again, is simply because they are unable to correctly count their calories. They eat way more calories than they think they do, than they say they do, because these people think that they eat a low amount of calories, and when they say I eat 1,200 calories, I eat 1,400 calories, those are estimations. Most of the time when you hear people talking about things like these, they say, oh, but I don't track I don't track precisely, I don't measure everything out. Then it's so easy not to be precise about the amount of calories you are eating. And while I am all for a flexible approach and eyeballing your food in later stages of being more experienced with your diet, in the beginning you simply have to measure your food to know which portions are what, how many calories are in a certain portion. You have to learn the art, the skill of eyeballing your food and calories. And that is something that people who are not used to tracking calories are very, very bad at. When I revise certain cases with people who tell me they cannot lose weight on very low calorie diets, I've even noticed that they are sometimes eating the double amount of calories than they usually think they eat. I've had a woman come to me a couple of months ago and she was convinced that she could not lose weight. Things were not going her way, even though she ate healthy. And I gotta be honest, most of the food she ate was pretty clean. But her portions were way larger than she thought they were, and they contained so much more calories. Also, hidden calories such as oil, butter. I am all for using oil and butter, especially olive oil, grass-fed butter, since that has a beneficial effect on your hormonal system. But those kinds of foods are packed with calories, and if you are not measuring or keeping an eye on the portions you use while cooking, you can add loads of calories to your dishes. If you watch how much oil or butter you use or any fat source you cook with, you can already slash off maybe 1/3 of the calories in a lot of meals. And sauces, the same thing. Sauces add a lot of hidden calories, oils, all kinds of things that people don't pay attention to. It's sometimes all about the details, and most of the time it's about the details of not properly realizing how many calories there are in certain foods, in hidden foods such as oils, butter, whatever, sauces, even soda. People think it's so funny that I come across this so much, but people a lot of times only track what they eat but not what they drink. If you drink milk, if you drink Coke, soda, whatever, besides water, tea, coffee, and 0 calorie soda, everything contains calories, even fruit juices. Those are also hidden calories. So there are two main ways that I notice that people screw up the amount of calories that they eat, and that is not being aware of hidden calories and simply not correctly eyeballing portion sizes, which lead to consuming way more calories than you actually eat. So if this is you, I am absolutely convinced that you are simply not tracking your calories correctly, even though you may think you are doing it correctly, you are probably not, because it is simply impossible for most people, or for everybody actually. Weight loss is about calories in versus calories out, and if you are not losing weight on very low calorie diets, that is simply because you are not tracking your calories correctly. That being said, I am not a proponent of very low calorie diets or crash diets, because I am all about sustainability and maintaining your results in the long term. That is only achieved that is only possible and can only be achieved if you adopt a sustainable approach to dieting down, and that is calculating how many calories you need to sustain your current weight and body fat percentage, and slicing off a 20% calorie deficit, which will cause you to lose weight at a more moderate pace but at a consistent pace. And it will be much more bearable because you don't give your body an enormous shock of going from 100 to 0. It's all about being able to sustain what you are doing. So a calorie deficit is the best way to lose weight, but applying a moderate calorie deficit will allow you to stick to your diet, stick to the amount of calories you are supposed to eat in the long term, and that will cause you to maintain your results for the rest of your life. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you think that you cannot lose weight, you are simply not tracking your calories correctly. My recommendation to you, it may be a task, it may not be fun in the beginning, but measure out the foods you eat, weigh your foods precisely, and after a while, after a couple of months, you will be fairly accurate in eyeballing your portion sizes, and especially from the foods you are used to eating, you will be pretty good at estimating how many calories there are in those foods for the portion you are taking. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you've gotten value out of this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and share this video with people who you know might face the same problem. And I truly hope that you guys follow the advice in the video, because if you really want to make a change, you have to do something for it. Track your calories, weigh out your food, and after a while you will play with it like I do. Thank you guys. See you in the next one.